Okay. This is going to be kind of like a long story, but I don't know if you've heard, but nowadays, like, there's a lot of kind of problems in dating where women are afraid to make the first move. Men are afraid of rejection and making the first move. Women are afraid of rejection. And like, everyone's kind of at like, they're doing the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other and everyone's like too scared to pull the trigger. And I feel like it's kind of similar when it comes to content or anything where everyone's too scared to DM first. Everyone's scared to invite to a collab first, right? But every time you invite somebody, they're like, oh my God, I was actually wanting to DM you and invite you as well.
You're so
right.
That's such a good comparison.
Right? And Numi is just that person who's like, hey, I'm inviting you here. Would you like to come? And Numi, I feel like, is always so cool with like taking the first step and like doing the thing that feels a little bit awkward and being a little bit embarrassed. But because of that, it leads to such fulfilling friendships, right? Like Numi brought you out to TwitchCon with her kind of courage, right? And now look at you girls, you're so tight.
And kind of piggybacking off of that.
Yes.
When I am in person, I would usually, like at cons, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to cons and I'm meeting people, normally I'd be the kind of person to just kind of stay to myself and stick with the people that I really only know. Because I've grown up shy. I don't have a very large social battery, you know? But I've grown a lot in trying to break out of my shell, especially at cons. Like if there's a party with like a bunch of other creators, VTubers, people in the industry, I've been trying to go out of my way to introduce myself so that way I can at least meet new people and maybe make someone else feel more comfortable in that kind of a space. Maybe they're also having the same feelings. After I leave, I always end up feeling really good, even though I might be a little nervous in the moment.
And it feels so good when the other person is like, oh my God, I've actually I know who you are. I've actually wanted to talk to you at this, I saw you yesterday and I was too shy to talk to you. And you're like, I know.
It's always like that.
It feels really so sweet. And it's just, and Numi really does this. That being said, even though Numi invited me to a million plans and she was so cool and we do the little hi, how are you? Thanks for coming. But then because every time she invited me, she was at big parties. She kind of had to play hostess, right?
Yes.
Where she would be at karaoke and everything. So every time I actually tried to talk to Numi for just a little bit, she kind of ran away.
Oh no. Such a busy bee.
But some people in my chat have speculated that apparently it's because I had a dress that was a little bit revealing.
That's so Numi coded.
Right? Do you think they could be right? And also remember, I'm really tall, so they're in her face. They are in her face.
I think it might be multiple things. I don't think it's just one.
But I also think she was definitely
thing.
On her hostess duties too, right? Where she's definitely on hostess duties as well.
She is the kind of person that wants to make sure everybody feels included and a part of the fun. And especially if it's an event or something that she organized, she's definitely going to go out of her way to do that.